Well, it's been a particularly interesting month overall across the lower 48. We've seen a warmer than normal Northern Rockies and Northern Plains states, and a lot of that is reflective, going hand in hand with what has become the worst drought in North Dakota in some 11 years. Across the eastern half of the country, it hasn't been particularly too bad. We've seen the northeast near average, the southeast near average, and slightly above average over the mid Atlantic region. It has been a warmer than normal month across California. We've seen a pretty hot opening 10 days to the month of July. It has eased back slightly in California in the desert Southwest, but I think that very hot start to July will make July 2017 a warmer than normal month quite comfortably. But thanks for clicking on to the August Outlook edition of the video today for Vogan's US Outlook. It is Sunday, the 23rd of July. And this is the CFSV2 500 millibar geopotential heights for the month of August overall. You can see here the strongest heights compared to normal over the Pacific Northwest and the northern Rockies and Plain states, which is quite interesting. You notice here really we don't have a particularly strong anomaly of above normal heights over the main central and eastern portion of the country, which is quite interesting. We really need to watch the month of August from a tropical perspective because the Atlantic, it looks as if it's going to be primed for the heart of the hurricane season, which of course is mid-August through mid-September. And given the fact that we don't have a particularly strong ridge of high pressure over the eastern half of the country, that would suggest to me that we need to watch out for an open door for East Coast and Gulf of Mexico landfalls of anything that tries to come towards the lower 48 overall. Looking at the precipitation for the month of August here off the CFSV2, you can see here that it is indicating some wetter than normal conditions to the east of Florida, drier than normal off the east coast, if you notice here. And we've got a mix of drier than normal in the drought areas, wetter than normal further south over the lower Midwest, extending into the mid Atlantic region, drier than normal across the southeast generally, or near average. But notice here that we're looking at a wetter than normal conditions over the western portion of the country. So the Great Basin, for example, you can see the wet weather, the wet anomaly extending up through the western side of Mexico, extending across much of the western half of the country, indicates to me that we've got a fairly active monsoon pattern showing up here. And the 2 meter temperature anomalies for the month of August here, as you would expect given the precipitation outlook, it is cooler than normal, not warmer, but cooler than normal over the western half of the country, extending through the desert southwest, portions of the desert southwest at least anyway, slightly warmer than normal across Southern California. But this is not a particularly warm August, if you notice here, which is quite interesting. So it looks as if it's going to be an interesting month of August, that's for sure. Need to watch out for the tropics. Doesn't look as if we're going to get bombarded by excessive heat, but this is, of course, a forecast and model run. It doesn't indicate that this is exactly what's going to happen. So do check out markvoganweather.com for more on the written side of the August outlook. I'll have more detail on that, and I'll be back in the next few days with more video. Bye for now.